So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video, and you're probably guessing it by the title of this video that we played online the other day on full manual, and I actually quite enjoyed it. So I have 3 matches that I'm going to go over. This is going to be a different type of video today because I haven't actually edited it beforehand. I'm going to go through it and almost do kind of a, what's going on here, what's going on, mindset, little bit of stop, analyze it type of stuff. If you enjoy the video, of course, smash the like button, subscribe for more. But yeah, we're going to go through a couple of videos and just dissect it pretty much. But I actually enjoyed myself, so I'm going to let this run out. There's not going to be any audio from the actual game because I had the old commentary going on in the background. For whatever reason, I decided that I needed to listen to the best commentary ever in a PES game. Cool, blimey. They really need some... I mean, the commentary's just... It's funny when you go to like an NBA game, because I have NBA 2K21 on the PS5. I mean, it's ridiculously good compared to what PES offers you. It's a joke. But maybe Konami one day will decide to get their finger out when it comes to the presentation. Anyway, first of all, this is the side that I have. So Kylian Mbappe up top, Rashford on the left, Messi on the right. We had Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe I played him, I can't remember. I may have even switched this up and put Kane up top. Can't remember exactly. But this primarily was the side. I forgot to put Van Dijk's stamina up, so that didn't help. To start off with, I can't remember this guy's rating. I think this guy was only about a 400 something, but it was the first game online for a while. I wasn't playing with assists. I just said I'm going to go online, I'm going to play it. So you guys are going to see what happens. And I do have one match that had a crazy ending. It had a crazy ending. You're going to see it later. But anyway, yeah, Toni Kroos came in. Messi went as an AMF, Mbappe on the right, and Kane was up top because he was on full blue and everything else. So I'm going to skip through this and just get into the action. So here we go, right? We're TTB Football, of course. We're taking on Man United because we are Man United, as you do. And I put it back to dynamic wide because that's what I like to play on, so you guys get to see all the settings. So there we go. So off we go. So as you can see, I am playing on manual. I've got the orange bar. The opposition's going to have the green. That's how you know when you're playing online if the person you're playing is playing with assisted or not. You can't see if they're playing with pass assist 1, 2, or 3. There's no way of determining that factor, but you know if they're playing with them. So we started off pretty well. We cut back, we started again, we laid it across, we were having a shot. Now let's start again with this strike from long range. Now it went out for a corner. Now, what do you guys think we tried here with this corner that I've tried so many times with Everton? Well, we got Van Dijk. We got him to the near post, and we kind of stop it there. There he is, waiting for a bus, hands up. Now, the players in the middle are just lurking about, right? When this ball comes in, we're going to look for Van Dijk. He's going to flick it on. Now, the guy we're playing has no idea what's going on. We flick it on, and Mbappe wins the header. Bosh. It works! Not only does it work offline, people, it works online as well. But no, this was probably the easier opponent of the 3 matches you're going to see. And it was a good start. Now, the formation I'm playing... Let's skip through a little bit. I'm not going to show you all the highlights here because we'll be all day. But the formation I was using here was Jose Mourinho. So it's very defensive. The tactics are set up for Mourinho, like conservative. What are they playing? Defensive. It's not frontline pressure. It's not aggressive. It's conservative. It's sitting back. It's soaking up the pressure. It's Jose Mourinho style. So the problem with playing this was my defending. That should have been a foul. And by the way, you're going to see there should have been penalties in another match. Online's a joke. I mean, online is a joke when it comes to the decisions by the referee, and I'm sure you guys will agree with that. But we'll probably steal that fun stuff later. But yeah, defending is quite tough because on manual, if you don't get it right, then you're going to have problems. There is one match you're going to see, probably the last game, or maybe the next one after this, where the guy played so aggressive. But it's also interesting. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about the other games because we haven't even started here. All right, so continuing where we left off, we continue to flourish. Bang! 2-0. All I did there, as you have a look at it, another long ball forward. That was a shocking header by him. And then bang, left-footed volley into the far corner. I think that was Rashford. So there you go. We're 2-0 up. Sometimes you just have to do that, folks. Look for a long ball. If it doesn't work, well, you might get the rub of the green, which is exactly what we got. And then away we go again. So we're 2-0 to the good. Now let's see what this guy has. Starts playing a little bit better football. I did turn all the names off, by the way, above the head, so I'm not really going to know who's who. Well, we know this is Messi, of course. But here we go. So, terrible touch by Mbappe. Gave that away. That was a shocker. Now, this is where the problems will arise, is defending in numbers, trying to get it forward. So, away we go with Lionel Messi. We are playing a 4-5-1. I don't know why I did that. And as soon as I did that, I knew I was in trouble. Big problem, and I conceded. So what have we learned from this, folks? Do not do this. Right now, right here, I don't need to take this extra touch. Okay, I made a big mistake. If anything, slow down and look for Beckham. Beckham right here. I could have laid this ball right here. I could have actually right now laid this straight into Harry Kane, who's asking for it. But I decided to... Right now, even now, I could have done it again. Lay Beckham in. He's calling for it. If a player's got his hand up, folks, give him the damn ball. All right? Not only in, a video game, do it in real life too. Harry Kane's not even an option, really, because he's going to block it off with Vieira. Vieira's ridiculous as a DMF. But I should have passed to Beckham. I didn't. Lost it to Vieira. He came forward, as you saw, laid it up the line, and then he scored. And, yeah, Diego Forlan said, thank you very much. Let's continue. So now it's 2-1, and then I started thinking, all right, well, let's not do stupid things like that, Ricky. Just play smart. I mean, play smart, and then I nearly lost the ball like that, although it was a good switch. So now this is what I'm just trying to work him about. I'm trying to play the possession, ping it to the left, ping it to the right, give it to David Beckham. He'll find Alexander-Arnold as he comes forward now, and this is just a chance to hit it. Why not? You never know. The goalie with a really atrocious save. I will say this much. Online, the goalies are far easier to beat than offline. They are, especially when you're on Legend. I mean, it is tough to beat the keepers. Anyway, this is a chance here. Look at that ball. Bam, straight over. Is it going to reach him? Yes, it is. Harry Kane with some great feet here, but I just couldn't quite open up the body. But that type of ball there is the perfect pass to play. Just whip it over the top, and then you're in. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit more. So he picks up possession. We're coming up to about half an hour in here. This might be a long video, but you can use the timestamps because I'm going to go through the different matches. Because I think it's good to analyse them sometimes and just see what you did right and what you did wrong. So we got ourselves a throw. Mr. Harry Kane dropping off a little bit deeper. Number 13. Not a great number to have, but oh well. He has to deal with it. So we lost possession there. Shocking. Now we have to move back and see what we did there. See, that is a prime example, right? He gets the ball here. Most people would think, okay, we're going to use whoever this is, Tony Kroos, to come in and cut down the pass. No, pointless. Just keep running. Watch the runner right here. He's looking to play that pass. So as soon as he plays it here, bang, we stick a foot in. Then we come across and we get possession back. Works out a treat. This was a chance here. The give and go was on, but Harry Kane, yeah, never really quite worked. Came back to the goalie. Cleared it away. And, yeah, a little bit back and forth now. A little bit more shocking passing. Anyway, picks up with Vieira. Plays it through the middle. Now, this is where you get a little bit of good fortune with the deflection. Now, what do? We start to bring it forward. We're working out wide here to Kylian. He does find Harry Kane. The little flicks on. Lovely pass from Lionel Messi. Through on goal. What are we going to do? Tried the dink. But it failed, folks. But sometimes it works. But anyway, you know, we had a chance. We had so many chances in this first half. I mean, the guy, as I said, was not the best. He was giving me the ball away a lot. Don't ever try and dribble past Patrick Vieira in this game. It is pointless. The guy is a bulldozer. So we learned our lesson. So right now we've got to defend. As you can see, I'm trying to keep Beckham in the way there. You got to get a little bit of good fortune though sometimes. So he had a good effort. Diego Forlan, obviously a legend, so he snapped him up. Congratulations. I don't have any luck with legends, so actually I have Beckenbauer. Well, I do have Beckham, but that was from the pre-order bonus and all that. So, coming out to the final 5 minutes, a chance here for Wan-Bissaka. Gets it out wide towards David Beckham. Tries to deliver it, comes right off Alexander-Arnold's gonads, and it's a corner. So, continue to play. Fed that one up the line. It was all about just pressuring him at this point and not conceding something silly. And if you're going to have pop shots from there, I have no problems with it at all. So, I think we moved into half-time now. Now, let's just see if we created anything else. I don't think we did. We picked the ball up with Beckham here. Alexander-Arnold. Lovely little flick on. Now, a chance to drill this, I believe I decided. No, to cut back, lose possession. Then I won it back again, so I don't know what this guy was doing. And is he going to concede? Oh, that was a blinding save. Absolute blinder. Anyway, there was half-time for you. So, we're leading 2-1. There is the match stats. It was pretty dominant at this point. We had 9 attempts to his 3. We were dominating on possession as well. I can't remember if I tactically made any changes. I think I did. Let's have a look what I did here. Oh, I went into the advanced settings and I changed my type marking. I believe I put it on Maradona. Yes, I did. I put it on Diego because I felt like he was being more of a nuisance than Diego Forlan. You know, the centre-backs can deal with him. Whereas Maradona can be a bit of a nuisance, so whoever's playing as a DMF will kind of sit on him, and it did help out in the second half quite a bit. So, we move on, we dive into the second half, and away we go. So let's see what this guy has up his sleeve. That's a shocker. That's a shocker, given away. So now we're going to look for the long ball, because that's what you do, just to test out what he's going to do at the back. And a lot of the times, you know, the opening 10-15 minutes, you're kind of just feeling out the opponent. Are they going to be high pressing you? Are they going to sit back? Are they going to play possession? Are they going to play counter attack? There's different scenarios, and it's just adjusting your game accordingly. You will see that probably in the next game, where this guy started off so attacking, but then once he saw that I was playing possession against him, he stopped doing it. It's quite an interesting match, and I will put that on second for you. Anyway, here we go. Lionel Messi does find Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold now. There was a chance to feed it up the line towards Harry Kane. Got a little bit forward. Harry Kane's on blue, remember. So my goal was just to give it to Harry, because he'll probably be a bit of a threat up top as that one goes out for a goal kick. Let's fast forward. All right, Kylian Mbappe again. So we start this again with Beckham. Feed it across. Messi. And a lot of the times, folks, I'm using triangle to pass it here. I'm not using X. Triangle is a much better thing to use, especially online when everything has to be super quick. This is a bit of a run from Mbappe. I got quite fortunate there, but, you know, you do the business. And then the old celebration. Not that time, but yeah, a little bit fortunate with that goal. But 3-1. I wasn't expecting this for the first game, but, you know, as I say, the opponent wasn't the best in the world. Anyway, picks it up with Beckham. Does find Maradona. And because we're tight marking Maradona now, he didn't do a whole lot in this second half. Once again, that right there. And you'll see it with Messi, not Messi, Vieira. He really shouldn't be trying to play this pass, but it isn't a case of me getting Beckham and closing him down. It's a case of just literally bunker in and stop any kind of passes that he plays through. And if they do that, watch what happens. Beckham will actually stick out his foot like that and stop the pass from going through. Tries it again, still possessed. Beckham is a beast, folks, an absolute beast at playing. A CMF or a DMF, the guy's a legend. Well, he is a legend, but on this game, he's even more of a legend. There he is again. Picks the ball up. Easy pickings. Messi ran off, decided that he didn't want to get involved. That was good play by him with Vieira. But he's taking a little bit too long, this guy, to do things with the ball. He's got to be a little bit snappier. So, yeah, got a little bit mixy and maxy for a split second. There is Maradona once again. Just making all the wrong decisions. He's giving it away. Now, I'm getting a little bit more defensive here. I think I am playing on blue support settings because I am 3-1 up. I don't need to play super attacking. I have the advantage. I have the goals. I think I do change it, though, because I got a little bit fed up of just defending. So I said, you know what? Forget it. This was lovely play by Messi. Referee said, let's play on. And then it was Marcus Rashford decided to go all the way and misses the target today. So that was a shame. All right, moving on. A bit of please wait action. No one cares about that. So we're 70 minutes in. He's still 3-1 down. Once again, blocking the passes. It's the key. Don't always have to rush. A lot of people do it online. They want to rush. I used to do that, and I still do it from time to time. I think Mbappe would have been offside there. But it's just funny, folks, because I noticed that when I play on manual, even online, I play so much smarter. It's just a psychological thing for me. Whereas when I'm playing on assisted, I know that I can just press X all the time. Whereas when I'm on manual, I have to focus about the passing, about what I'm going to do with it. I can't be stupid, and it forces me to play a little bit more possession. Not so much in this game, because my opposition, you know, kept giving me the ball back like that every single time. So I didn't have to really play that great possession. Once again, gives me the ball back. We started again here. We got this out wide. Right, this is the give and goes right now. Beckham says, go on, Messi. Get on your bike, son. Feed this inside. There we go. Chance to make it number 4. Are we going to score? Yes, we are. You take your time there. Round it around the keeper. And Kylian Mbappe, whoosh, there it is, the celebration. I think he got a hat-trick. Did he? yeah, he scored the first goal, and he scored the third goal and the fourth goal. So there you go, Kylian Mbappe scoring a hat-trick for you. And then pretty much the rest of this game was just trying to hold it up. Just trying to hold it at this point. He made a couple of changes. Oh, let's actually bring that back, because there was a chance here from the corner. Yeah, he whipped this high deep towards the far post. That was actually a really good save by the goalie, just to tip it away. I still didn't want to concede, though, because you guys know what it's like online. There's a momentum shift a lot of the time. So here I'm just literally trying to spam square. Just get it out. Get it out. Finally managed to do so. Comes back to Wan-Bissaka. Looks to play it across. And now we could maybe try and bring a bit of a counter. So there is Mbappe. Lovely feet. I mean, he was on full blue today, so use what you can. I tried some trickery there. That was a disaster. Although it wasn't, because the referee deemed it worthy of a foul on Mr. Neymar. Neymar was not on good form on this match. He was actually on orange, but I had no one else to bring on. So I just whacked him on. We only had 5 minutes left anyway. So yeah, we just kept working it forward. Chance here for Alexander-Arnold. I tried a bendy shot. I might as well not even bothered, because it was terrible. But yeah, just the final few minutes as he brings this forward. I don't really think there's a whole lot going on here. There was a couple of offsides. Yeah, let's just sim through a final moment at the end. But there it is. It finished 4-1. So it was a fantastic start for myself. And there's the match stats. 14 attempts to 9 in the end. So he had a little bit better in the second half. But we did the business. At the end of the day, we scored and he didn't. Okay, so we're into the next game. This is the one with the crazy ending. Okay, I'm gonna do them in order. So this was actually the second game that I played. It was a guy that was definitely a lot better than the first guy. This was the lineup. I actually went for players that were more up for it. As you can see, I'm playing Cuadrado at the back. I've no idea why. He's not the best, but I said, sod it. We're going to give it a bash. So we've got Mbappe on the right, Ronaldo's on the left, Kane up top. This is a different formation. I believe this is Joachim Löw's tactics. Is it? Yeah, it tells you right there. It tells you right there. So there you go. That's his 4-3-3. So it's a slightly different formation. And I believe in the last game you're going to see, I went for the 3-5-2. So I tested out a couple of things yesterday while I was online. Or the day before. So yeah, there we are, tactically setting everything up. That was a look at his record, by the way. 343 wins, 351 losses. So he played over 820 matches. That's mad. It's mad. It's mad. I don't know how you can play online with that many games, but a lot of you do. So I'm not going to knock it. So yeah, anyway, there we go. Let's just dive into the action. I'm going to adjust the video slightly. All right, perfect. So let's get into the actual matchup itself and see how this one went. And this was definitely a lot tougher, more of an intense battle. And yeah, you guys will see how we get things rolling here. So just kept possession. You know, it was at the beginning, especially at the beginning of the match, playing on, manual. Don't be giving the ball away. Don't be playing long balls. The worst thing you can do on manual is give the possession straight back to the opposition. Pointless. There you go. Prime example. Shouldn't have done that. Should have took a touch with Wan-Bissaka. Not Wan-Bissaka, Cuadrado. And I gave him the ball away. And this guy, yeah, as you can see, he'd already done the dummy run. So he was one of these players that, yeah, he played 800-odd matches. He knew about online and all the way it works on PES. So he was having a couple of long ranges. Came back towards Beckham. Flicked it across. I don't really know what players he has, so we'll just call a couple of players, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And he tried the curler, and it was a comfortable save. So what do we do here from the keeper? Well, if in doubt, just smash it. So that's what we did. Look for the long ball. Didn't work out. I may have been under the cosh here early on. We'll have to see. Can't remember exactly. Yeah, that doesn't help when players get in your way. Probably shouldn't have played it to Beckham's backside, but, sometimes Beckham listens and sometimes he doesn't. So we got possession back and we walked it off. So it'd been a really bad 11 minutes to this game to start with. I was all over the place. I was getting a little bit flustered, a little bit annoyed with myself. He finally gave me the ball back. So yeah, at the beginning of this game, it was nuts. This is going to be the same way in the next game when the guy was high pressing me. So it took me a little bit of time to get accustomed to the way these players were playing. So here we go. We fed this inside nicely. There was a chance here to place it. I probably didn't need to do that. If we rewind the action right here, he'd already run away. You can see here, whoever he has, PK. There was no need for me to shoot this already. I didn't have anyone else on. He's offside, and there's someone way over here. So I should have just set myself and then just full-powered it into the far corner, and I rushed it, and I blew it. So stuff like that, it's split-second decision, folks, at the end of the day. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. So here he comes again. I think this is Mbappe. Look to play it through. That was a wasted pass. It was never going to happen. That was risky. I mean, don't often play it back to your goalie when there's a player sniffing around and lurking. But as you can see, this guy's much better than the last player, and fortunately, he was offside. Yeah, he was offside. When that went in, I did have a feeling he was off. As you can see, it's marginal, but he's definitely offside. So this is a tactic that I use often. As you can see right now, it works a lot online. It works an awful lot because they can't see where you're playing the pass. So what I do is I aim for around this area. If I'm on this side, you can aim for about here, otherwise about here. And if you launch it, you know, about that much power, bosh, it's going to go straight over, and it's a perfect pass, and we regain possession and literally cut out all three players sitting, waiting to pressure us. So it's just a good way to get out from the back. But I lost it anyway. As you can see, it's not been a good 20 minutes. I was having a hard time of readjusting, especially after the first game, because this is a totally different opponent. So he got himself a foul. It came back towards Beckham. I mean, it was very suspect goalkeeping there. And then that's not the right ball from him. He could have done a lot better with killing Mbappe there. And I just launched this forward just to give myself a bit of breathing room. And you never know what's going to happen like that. Then it comes back, flicked away. Rijkaard flicked it on towards Beckham. And yeah, he kept possessing. 25 minutes in, folks. We barely had the ball this game. Barely had the ball. That was a great challenge. And then we did win ourselves a bit of a foul. So this one I just kind of did the same. Tried to find the person. Didn't work out because he played a little bit more of a narrow line there. So yeah, now I've got to start playing. I mean, playing another stupid long ball. Didn't need to do it. So here we go. Let's see. This is a chance for Kane. Is he onside? Now, this is just stupid online nonsense. He was offside, but the fact side wouldn't even change to him. It wouldn't even change to him. So you can see he's doing the little pathetic jog. Stop jogging, Kane. Get involved. So he plays this long ball foot. Now this would annoyed the hell out of me, folks, when stuff like this works. If you look at the radar right now at the bottom, you can see my two centre-backs are technically behind his centre-forward. And as he hits the ball here, I don't know what Van Dijk's doing, and then Ramos here decides that, you know, he's going to stop running, and yeah, that's probably one of the worst ways to concede against me and annoy me. Play long balls over the top. Not to say I won't do it from time to time, but yeah, that's just the PES way. Anyway, we finally get a bit of possession now, so let's see what we can do with it. As Mbappe found Kane. Here we go, and then we're straight through. Chance! But no, you can see this guy there. What's he doing here? What an absolute muppet at the back. Got a little bit cute. And I think this is the problem with this guy. He underestimated me because I was playing really bad for the opening half an hour. And it takes a little bit of time. So we tried the old near post again. Let's see what happens this time. Bang, flicks it on. There's a chance. It works, folks. Try it online. It won't always work. You're going to see after this match that the guy I played in the last game was accustomed to it, and he figured it out. But here we go. You can see now this guy's starting to play a little bit more of a high line. He's getting a little bit antsy and a little bit carried away with the amount of players he's pushing forward. I mean, he's got PK playing up front for some reason, so he loses possession there. Now what are we going to do? We're going to break because we've got the numbers. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best pass, but Harry Kane is going to get there, and now he's away. And because Harry Kane is on full blue, what are we going to do? And that... You know what annoyed me about this, folks, is I don't even know if he got a card for that. Yeah, I don't think the goalie didn't get booked. He didn't book him. He didn't give a red card, and then I put too much on it. That was annoying because he moved the goalie. A lot of people will move the goalie, a lot of people won't, but that's PES referees in a nutshell. An absolute shambles of a joke. I don't know if he would have been sent off because there may have technically been a covering defender coming back, but still, for me, at least give a yellow card to the ref, to the goalie. He didn't give him anything. So anyway, this first half was pretty bad. It was a very bad first half for me, but the positive note was it still was 0-0, and I was still doing, enough to keep myself in this game, and then tactically maybe switch things up in the second half. So we've got 4 minutes to play, but you can see how gun-ho this guy went. And then look, we play it across now, no one's there. It's Kylian Mbappe now. What do we do? What do we do? Do we take our time? Yeah, that should have been a penalty. Nothing. Nothing. Look at this. It's a stonewall penalty. Watch. Ready? There. He's taking his feet out. Look at the ref. Couldn't give a monkeys. So I was a little bit infuriated in this game. The fact that, you know, the goalie should have at least had a yellow. Nothing. And this was a chance right here. Did we finish it off? No, we didn't. So we got a little bit of a momentum at the end of this half. But ridiculous. Should have had a penalty. That's a joke. And yeah, we did get outplayed for about 40 minutes in the game. So there's the stats for you. 4 attempts to 5. He's got 53% possession. He really didn't put that many passes together. Now, I think I did. Did I go into the game plan? I did. Now, let's see what I actually did here. Oh, this was the problem. This was the problem. Now I know what the problem was, folks, and why it was so bad. I tried playing Beckenbauer as a DMF with Ramos and Van Dijk, and I just didn't like it. So I switched it. I put Kimmich as a DMF. Beckham was playing as sort of the CMF. Oh, no. I went 2 DMFs. I went more defensive. I kept Muller on, or did I take him off? I think I brought Messi on. Yes. Okay, so that's what I did. I switched it. So let's just fast forward this and get into it. So straight from kickoff, he loves to play the long ball, as most people online do. But you're going to see a totally different second half, I think. I can't remember exactly. This is why this amuses me as well, because I can't remember exactly what happened. But I put in Beckenbauer back there with Van Dijk, and having Kimmich in there as well was a much better option for me, because you're going to see the second half should totally be different. So yeah, Lionel Messi comes on, a little bit of magic by him, taking his time, trying to get, you know, annihilated by the defender. Bit of a loose pass there, bit of a ricochet there, comes back towards him. He plays a long ball over the top. He's still playing gun-ho, by the way. This guy was so confident that he was going to score and win against me. Whether he knew I was, he knew I was playing on no assists. You can see the orange bar. Maybe he got cocky. But you can see he's got PK playing up front literally the whole game. Is it going to pay off for him? Well, you're going to find out shortly, folks. So anyway, he picks the ball up here with Rijkaard. He plays it out wide. Kylian Mbappe lays it inside. And offside was happening a lot for him. He was having a problem with it. He was playing too many players up top. And he was constantly offside. Well, that's your own doing. If that's the way you want to play, that's fine. But look at that. Long ball, Cristiano Ronaldo, baby. All day, every day. Had the pace against Wan-Bissaka. And then lost it. So, yeah, that was a disaster. Anyway, here we go. Switches it up. You think he's going to play that long ball? Yes, he is. But Beckham steals it. And now he's got problems. Messi looking for Kylian. Skip past him. No. Good defending. Managed to cover it. So, yeah, it was a pretty tough game, this one. A lot of back and forth going on. Another chance to play it through the middle, but bang, great covering there. You see what we did that time? Let's have another look at this. So, as he's bringing this forward, I'm not running to him. I could have easily pulled Cuadrado out of position. I even could have took control of Beckham if I wanted to. No, I kept control of him, and Beckenbauer, he's got smart awareness. He knows how to defend. It switches to him. Bang, PK's not going to beat him. We start again with the keeper, and then we can chip that one over the top. I mean, some of these balls are risky, but the more you play manual, the more you get accustomed to it. And now we use Kylian Mbappe's pace. So here we go. Bombing it down the flanks. Lays it across. Looking for Messi. What's he going to do? Finding Kane. Bang! Top corner! And just like that, that's a counter. A simple counter that's going to work against these types of players that want to play so aggressive and so attacking. So there he goes with the usual nonsense with a long ball over the top. Not today, mate. Not going to happen today. We start again with Courtois. And then we just absolutely muller this one. And just pin him back. Waste a bit of time. Honestly, that's what I'm trying to do here with 25 minutes left. Is just grind down the clock. So now he's bringing the goalie forward. He knows what has to be done. He needs a goal, and he needs one fast. So now I'm probably going to play a little bit more defensive. Once again, trying to control the right players at the right time. There you go. Using Van Dijk towards Beckham. Now a chance to play that ball over the top towards Ronaldo. If he could win the ball, it's a lovely touch to find Harry Kane, but I don't know. Harry Kane was looking a little bit sheepish there. That was a shocker, but I can't. That is one thing that annoys me. Look at it again. Stuff like this, right? He brings it forward. If you pause it right there, yeah, the ball at this point in time is going straight to Mbappe. Still going to him. But for some reason, it changed to him, and then he just pissed off. I didn't get it. I was like, come on. He could have just controlled it and shot there, and he would have had a free goal. Anyway, PK now trying to play it across. There was a chance. Got a little bit lucky with the old deflection. And I'm going to make a change now because Cristiano Ronaldo was looking done. So we did bring on Mr. Neymar. So on he comes. We've got 20 minutes left. He's had 55% possession. He went for that kind of move. Didn't work out as another corner. This time he delivered it high towards the back post. Just wanted to get some players in the way, get some faces in the way. Clears it away. Look at this hold-up play by Harry Kane. Absolutely world-class. And then he loses it. So, bit of world-class mixed in with some bad class there. A shot from distance, but those are fine. Generally, if a player's going to shoot from that type of range, it's not a problem for me. So, terrible pass by myself. I don't know why I did that. That was just dumb on my half. But yeah, you can see it's been a lot more of an even contest this second half. Putting Kimmich in there, putting Beckenbauer back at the back with, what's his name? Big Van Dijk. And then having Messi in there as well. And now we had a chance really to kind of seal this game off because he was still playing quite attacking. I had to make a decision here of what do I do. I laid this one across and I tried being too sexy here. And all that happened was I ended up not being sexy. And I gave away a free offside there. So that was a disaster. Anyway, moving on. 12 minutes to play. Still looking to work it forward. I mean, just take note of the players that I'm controlling. I'm not always taking control of the player closest to the ball. It's not always necessary. I mean, right here, he wants to deliver this at some point. Everyone, I don't know what happened there. Once again, it's just PES being PES. Stupid dumbness. And that was a little bit late there on Beckham. And, yeah, we made a couple of changes here. Who do we bring off? Did we bring anyone off? Harry Kane, maybe? Brought on De Bruyne? No, I didn't really do a whole lot. Or maybe I did. I don't know what I did, folks. I can't remember. But PK did go in the book for that one. Goalie still didn't get booked, though, for the challenge he did. So what we did with this one was you just fizzed this one up the line. Very simple. And then Neymar was trying to do some trickery out wide. But I'm just wasting time at this point. All I'm doing is trying to waste some time. Then Neymar picked it up. That is a dreadful pass, as you would expect. But he's doing the same thing. Another poor pass from him. I was going to play a reverse ball over the top. Decided against it. Comes back to Cuadrado, and I was just doing too much here, and I just needed to shoot at some point. We finally managed to get one off with Messi, then it comes off Rijkaard's bum, and he manages to get away, but it comes back to Messi. A bit of hold-up play here. Not a great pass there. He does win it back. Remember, this is a crazy ending to the game, folks, so stay tuned for this. So yeah, he kept hounding me more here. It was getting a little bit nervy for me to try and keep possession. And this is a great that touch from Van Dijk. Look at this. Absolutely life-savior. Watch this. Right there. He just about... I mean, that is Peter Crouch-esque, isn't it? Long legs of the law. That's an Only Fools and Horses episode if you haven't seen it. And he just gets enough on it. It's not a bad pass. He's just trying to get his long limbs on it. And that saved me a massive goal. So I cleared this away with Courtois. And it came back towards down the old throat. I tried switching players and it messed me up again. And then I just cleared this one into touch. Now, look at the time. 93rd minute. His goalie is up in the middle. Watch this. The ball's fired and his goalie's... Oh! I can't believe this. Here's Courtois against Courtois. And who comes out on top? Courtois. Fantastic there. That was insane. I was like... And the fact that he missed the follow-up meant that was the last kick of the game. And we managed to hold on and beat this guy on manual by 1-0. That was a nuts. It was a nuts ending. And if you look at the end result and the stats that we'll take a look at right here. I mean, there it is. We had 6 attempts. He had 9. We did not... It was just a really tough game to possess when you play someone like this. We had 88 passes. He had 117. Oh, blimey, folks. Crazy game. That was a crazy match. Man of the match, I don't really know. But it did put up my rating a little bit. As you can see, we're up to a 553. He went down to 581. All right, so let's dive into now the third and final match. All right, so the final game was against this guy. who was probably better than everyone else that I played. You see, decent amount of weekly points. He hadn't lost in a while. And he was from Lisbon, apparently. Maybe that's why he's Porto. So, yeah, if we have a look at the lineup. So, this is the lineups that we're going for today. He probably had a weaker side on paper, but he still had like a 93 Falcao, 91 James. He had Deco in there. His centre-backs were all 90 plus as well. But we did go for a totally different formation. I was playing a 3-5-2, quite Everton-like. We had Koulibaly at the back with Van Dijk and Beckenbauer. Beckham, Kimmich. I don't know if I went with Greenwood. I think I did. Rashford on the left, Messi, and then we had Mbappe and Kane up top. It's probably not a good formation to use online, 3 at the back, and I know it isn't. But considering this guy was playing, the old Christmas tree formation, 2 up top, I thought he's not going to be playing with too much width. Very narrow. Having 3 at the back might help us out. And I really, ultimately, as that's just popped up, what's going on there? I really just wanted to try this out. So, yeah, let's give this a bash. So we're going to dive into the action. This is the guy's record for you. No, that's my record. Look at that record. You guys are loving it. 33 wins, 8 draws, 21 defeats. See, I haven't really played that many matches. But that was his record. So he played 906 games. Yeah, he'd still lost more than he'd drawn. But, I mean, a 41% win ratio isn't the worst thing in the world. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. So this guy is... You are going to see a totally different style of play from my opposition, of the way he starts this game out and how it changes throughout the game. So here we go. Look at him. He's going to be constantly high pressing me like nuts. And this was a massive problem for me, because when you play with no assists and you are playing on manual, you need maybe a little bit of time. And if people aren't going to give you that time, guess what? You have to be like that. Snappy, 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 snappy. And not always the easiest thing to do. Once again, there's my little technique that I use. Fire it out to the flanks. And that didn't help, playing passes like that, like I'm half asleep. So yeah, not a good thing to do. So the opening 15-20 minutes was just me trying to ride out this crazy storm of this guy just annihilating me with high press, high press, high press. I don't think this was a foul, but the referee gave it. So anyway, either way. So a chance for him to possibly swing one in the back of the net. Now, are we going to pick the goalie? I normally just wait. I wait out to see what they're going to do. Then I pick the goalie. Oh, I mean, he did fire that one off the crossbar. If that was Eden Dzeko, then not Eden Dzeko, sorry. Deco. If that was him, not really a surprise. So yeah, he continued to high press me non-stop of trying to get this bloody ball out. I was just under the cosh, relentless, back and forth. Or just constantly him hounding me. Then he got it through. And then I was like, all right, what are we going to do? No, we're not going to go that way. Dupe him out. And now try and get a little bit of possession and see if we can counter. I think I may have been offside here, but it didn't matter because this goalie was coming out anyway. So, anyway, smashes it clear. We're 10 minutes in. Beckham wins the header. Flicked on. Comes back towards Mr. Beckham. There he is, just trying to do something. There's Kimmich. Mbappe. Not quite what I had in mind, but then he gave it back to me. Now we had a chance to play this one over the top. Back towards Kylian. What do we do here? I thought I'd try and fire it in. All right, so now we had a corner, and you guys know exactly what we're going to do when we have a corner. I do the same thing every time. However, this guy obviously knew about it, and then in the end, I stopped doing this because it really wasn't working for me. We may have got it to work the first time. So, yeah, we managed to flick this one on, but, yeah, it was straight at the goalie. But then after this, the guy kind of latched on and stopped doing what I was doing. So, sometimes you've got to adjust. It isn't always going to work, of course not. But, yeah, terrible pass from Beckham there. And away we go again. So, here he goes. Still high pressing me, as you can see. This guy was relentless. Didn't want to sit back, just wanted to high press. So, a chance with Beckenbauer. And, see... If we're going to talk about defending, this is what you ultimately need to do here. He's got no support in the middle. There's nothing on for him. He's got 2 options. He takes this all the way down the byline. He whips it in. He can maybe cross it if he really wants to, or he could go down the byline, then he could cut back, and then he could start again. He kept going down the line. I kind of stopped for a brief second just to see what he would do. And at this point, he could start again, lay it back if he wants. Decided against it. Now I've got a chance to go for it because he's run out of room. So we go in for the kill right there on his touch, and it actually worked out as a chance to win a goal kick. So there you go. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the same thing, about just over half. Launch it out, regain possession. And then we started to play here with Mason Greenwood in towards Beckham. And once this guy started seeing that I was playing possession, which is what I started doing against him, he started to change his game plan. Mason Greenwood here was an absolute beast on the run. Look at this play from him. Different class. Manages to keep it, still going, and wins himself a foul. Fantastic. So I thought I'd try this again. Just kept doing this. But at this point, I was like, yeah, this ain't going to work. He's putting a player in front of Van Dijk. I'm not even hitting the right player, so I probably should stop doing it. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing it, because you know me. So anyway, I started possessing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to really stretch this guy out. Stretch him out. Make him do all the running. So here we go. Marcus Rashford cuts back inside. That should have been a foul ref. Took me underpants off, but said never mind. Swung this one round. Bit of super cancel that went completely wrong. But then we could start again. So here we go. Now we're starting to get a bit of possession. Now we're making this guy do all the work. He's got to make sure he's on the ball defending. Just feed that one up the line. Then we'll probably give it back inside there. Messi now with a chance to stretch the legs. I wanted to do a move there and try and jink round him. But, you know, Messi gets up quickly, as he does. That was a good challenge. But maybe it wasn't, because the ref brought it back for that one, which wasn't technically a foul. But, you know, it's online. Now, I thought he might move the goalie here, but he didn't. He let me down, folks. He let me down a lot. He just stood there and said, well, thank you very much. Very much like the penalty that Aguero did, when Mendy just stood there and said, well, thank you very much. I'll just take that one. So anyway, half an hour in, we've rode out the storm, as you can tell, and now we're starting to create a little bit more. Had a chance there to play Harry Kane in, but for some reason I decided not to, and I got a little bit too greedy away with Messi. I don't know why. It's Messi, isn't it? You know, you like to run with him. Anyway, he had a chance here now to see what he could do. So I pulled Van Dijk a little bit out of position, but luckily David Beckham is literally Beckham can play every position. Centre back, defensive mid, centre mid, doesn't matter. The guy does it all. I could have maybe played that ball over the top, but I lost out on it. But still, it's a pretty even game now. It's a pretty even game. Didn't want to concede at this point. Van Dijk cleared it away. Back on the edge of the box. Came back across again, and once again, that is fine for me. Like, if we bring this back at this point, if you're going to shoot from here, and when he shoots about there, there's so many red shirts in front of him. I mean, he's got to hit this laser beam right through there into the corner. And when he hits it, it's always heading wide. So, you know, those types of pop shots, not a problem. And away we go again. So, here we go. Kimmich now. I mean, this formation was decent, I have to say. I mean, I know how to play a 3-5-2. I've been playing it for 4 seasons, or even longer than that with last year's games. But look at Beckham here. Just pure filth. Keeps possession still. Does find Mr. Beckenbauer. Lays it inside. Messi. He's given me a lot of room, though, as you can see. Lovely reverse pass. I thought I'd drill this one in, and there just wasn't anyone there for the simple tap-in. So I did have chances, ladies and gents. So it's plenty of chances for me in the first half here to possibly snag something. I tried to dupe him out on this corner, but it still wasn't happening. And after this one, I think I said, all right, forget it. We've tried it 3 times. It hasn't worked, Ricky. No, put it in the cabinet and bring it out another day, because it's not worth it. So anyway, Messi now feeds it across. Alexander-Arnold inside to Messi. Flick that one on David Beckham, but the touch there was pathetic. It let me down big time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is half time. So there we go. As you can see, it was 3 attempts to 1. There wasn't a whole lot going on. And, yeah, I thought, well, do we make any changes now at half-time? I thought maybe Greenwood could come off. We could put Kylian Mbappe on the flank if we really needed to. I like to play anchoring normally, so I think I turned that off on Mbappe just to give him a little bit more freedom. Maybe he wants to go out wide a little bit more. So I thought, yeah, let's test this out. I mean, I did have more possession than him, and you're going to see in the second half, this is a totally different game. So away we go. Second half begins, still goalless. That was a stupid pass. There's no need to do that. You know, that's just a dumb thing to do. And it very well could have cost me a goal as well. So he lays it down the flanks. There was a chance, and he scored. So that has all stemmed. I'll bring this back for you. That has all stemmed from me playing the stupidest pass that I could have played. Okay? There's no need. At this point, what I'm trying to do is obviously I'm trying to hit the ball over here. But it's a pointless pass. I could have just... Beckham's calling for it. Should have just laid it to him. Then he could have worked it round. I could have even started again with Van Dijk. Even could have played this square. I play the long ball. Too much backspin on it. Give it away. And then I've got problems. There's a huge gaping hole down this side because I'm not playing with a fullback. As you can see, Mason Greenwood's playing as a right midfielder. He's out of position. Beckenbauer, for some reason, decides to get pulled in. I may have done that myself by holding square. And then he lays that through. And it's a cool finish, into the far corner. So, I messed myself up there. That was totally, what's the word? Something that could have been denied. You know what I mean? We could have stopped that goal. I've forgotten the word, but I know what it is. Anyway, so a goal down, so that didn't help. Now, he totally changes his tactics, this guy. As you can see, he now goes for the Jose Mourinho tactics, which is literally put 11 players behind the ball. And I was like, okay, you know what? You can do that. I'm fine with that. We still have a lot of time on the clock. I was being stupid again there. Because you can't do this online. Depending on the connection as well, sometimes the connection's a little bit slower. You've got to still be a little bit snappier. But anyway, he started playing a lot more defensive. And I was like, all right, there's still a lot of time in this game. So let's try and just keep possession when we can. That should have been a foul ref. The ref was on another level today. Didn't care. So we drilled that one near post. We got it away. Finding Messi. Now we swing it round towards Rashford. And Messi once more. Now we can stretch the legs with the old Argentine because we know he's got the pace. We flick that one on. I don't know what Mbappe's doing there. I mean, a 90-odd speed. 99 speed. And he's too slow. Well done, Koulibaly. Got involved. Got in the way. And we start again. So, we swing this all the way around. Greenwood flicks it on inside. David Beckham, little flick ball over the top there, back to Greenwood. And once there again, I should have... See, these are things when you look back and you realise what you probably should have done. Like right here, I've already taken a bad touch, technically, for Greenwood to get it down. In PES, you know what it's like with the first touch. I should have already pressed pass and just fizzed this into Mbappe's feet. Could have let it run through his legs and I probably would have been in goal. I took the touch... He steals it away. So once again, I've lost possession too easily. But he does actually give it back towards us. And then we decide, well, fair's fair. We'll give it back to you. Referee plays the advantage. But luckily, that advantage no longer appeared. So we get the ball back once more. Towards Kimmich. And Van Dijk. I swung this. I don't know what I was doing at certain points in this game. Looking back now, yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just getting sweaty and nervous, so even though I'm not winning, the nerves are still jangling. So anyway, here's Greenwood, and I still wanted to keep possession, so I was like, there's no point me forcing this. Let's just play the sensible balls that we feel is going to be the right option. That's a nice little header there by Rashford. That opened up a little bit of space here for Harry Kane as we try to fire this one in. Took a big deflection, and it fell kindly towards the goalie, Mr. Pink Shirt. That's going to be his nickname. So, he launches this away. We've got 22 minutes left. Remember, this guy's played 900 games. You know, he knows what he's doing. He wants to win, of course. No one wants to lose online. So we start again with Van Dijk. But I was like, I'm just going to keep possession. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the one losing. So, what are you going to moan about? I'm keeping possession because I'm losing? No, I'm just keeping possession because I'm giving it away too much. And I'm trying to pull him out of position a little bit. So we try and, maybe pick up the tempo a little bit here with Kimmich. Feeding this across to Beckham. Then we flick that one across again. Got Beckenbauer. There's no one on, so we'll start again with Beckham. And this is just about being patient. And then it wasn't on. To be fair, credit to the guy I'm playing because he adjusted his tactics well. And, it made it very, very, very difficult for me to try and get in behind. Would I recommend a 3-5-2? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend playing a 3-5-2. This one I just launched forward just to try and get rid of it. And anyway, he gave it away. So here was a chance as Mbappe fed that one towards Greenwood. Now it just needed someone in the middle to take the gamble. And we got ourselves a bit of a corner. But first, I make some changes. So I took off Harry Kane. I said enough is enough. Comes on Cristiano Ronaldo. Kevin De Bruyne will go in the middle, and then Messi will just stick on the right-hand side. So, I think that was about it. And I decided I'm not going to do what I was doing because it wasn't working. So instead, I'm going to jinx him out. I pretended I was going to do this, and then I just fired it in just to get one of his players out of the way. Then we nearly won the header. It does fall back towards Lionel. Back to Beckham. Chance to fire it in. Comes off the old ghoulie woolies. Messi picks it up once more. He's haven't got much strength, but he manages to keep it. Van Dijk. See, now he's under the cosh. Now we need to use this to advantage, and then I do that. Once again, it's a stupid thing to do, folks. Right here. Hey, Beckham's calling for it. I should have laid this down the line. If not, start again and just keep the ball. Instead, I tried to be cute and go back and then forward. And as you saw, the only thing that ended up happening was I lost possession. So Beckenbauer comes across, manages to keep it alive, does well. Start again with Koulibaly as he finds Rashford. There's plenty of space up here, and he's playing. He's very stretched out as well. So here was Mbappe, fed it back. That wasn't the right pass, thinking about it. Once again, folks, so many problems in this game when I look back on it. You know, number one, my back is facing... Never in your wildest dreams would you try and play a pass when you're facing that way and you want to pass that way. What I should have done here was just turn with it, and then I could have laid it out this way if I wanted to, or have a shot. So yeah, that was a complete waste of time. Terrible play there. Anyway, picked up with Beckham. At this point, we need something urgent. You know, it's 5 minutes to spare. I'm still not going to rush. I still want to keep a bit of possession, so I'm going to have to work again. But he's playing 11 men behind the ball at this. Now I know what it's like to play against Tottenham. Jose Mourinho back in the day. Anyway, it did come back here. Lovely play by Kevin De Bruyne. And the snapshot, just enough for the goalie to make that save as it goes out for the corner. So have we got one final throw? As you can see, every blue and white shirt basically behind the ball. And at this point, I was like, well, let's just fire this in one end, see if we win a header. We didn't. It does come back towards Rashi. Does find Kimmich. Once again, I pressed sprint. And I sprinted off nowhere. Shocker. So he maintains the ball. 2 minutes to play. And at this point in time, the guy's happy with this result. He's happy he's got his 1-0. I still could have prevented this. Probably should have been a 0-0. Could have prevented this if I wasn't an idiot. But yeah, it did come out. Final few seconds. And the referee blew for full time. So we won 2, folks. We lost 1. And they were tough games. The last 2 games were very tough. The first game was an easier match, but when you're playing up against 11 players behind the ball, it doesn't make it any easier. I mean, there's the stats. It was not a match full of chances in any shape or form. We dominated possession, but we couldn't create. So possession doesn't work if you can't create too much. And there we have it. So that is all today, folks. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's a little bit different for you. I don't know. I thought I'd just sit down today and analyze a couple of online matches I played, but playing on manual. And I actually enjoyed it. Like, I wasn't getting annoyed that I lost because I was like, just have some fun with it. Honestly, go out and have some fun. And I honestly think I play better on manual at times. Not all the time, of course. Some of the passing was dreadful. But for the most part, I play better when I'm playing on manual because it forces me to focus just a little bit more. And that was the manager I was using, Gasparini, by the way. Just giving him a bit of a test. Where is he? There he is. In case you want to look at him. Anyway, we'll be back shortly. Let me know your thoughts below if you like the look of this one. Maybe we could do it in the future. But don't worry, Master League is coming back shortly. We're going to have some beautiful stadiums along with everything else. I don't know why I'm sitting like this, but who cares? Until next time, take care.